Hey everyone, good afternoon. Hope everybody's well. I just thought I'd do a little update on Epping last night. Just to let you know, I know the part two of live stream had a lot of sorry the lights guys, it's a bit bloody dim in here. But yeah, I know there was a lot of interference. I don't know why that is. We tried three different networks. We tried Vodafone, EE, and Three, and they're all on business data only um, SIM cards, and it's running through a cellular router, which should boost whatever. So our only take from that is something was jamming, something was jamming the system or something or other. It's only I don't know, unless it was a bit of a dead spot. I don't know. I can't explain it. But anyway, most of that I had on record anyway. So I'm just in the process of encoding the recorded version. So I'll upload that as soon as that's. Hey, green screen effects. How you doing, brother? Hope you well, mate. So as soon as that's finished processing, I'll upload that to YouTube. That's a nice clean stream. I do apologise about that last night, but there's just nothing we could do. So I don't know whether it was just us having issues or other streamers, but it seemed like there was some kind of signal jamming or interference going on. But anyway, so I've got a broken. I've got a broken knuckle in my hand. It was a little bit hectic green screen, yeah. So I got a broken knuckle in my right hand. I got an injury on the elbow, on my left hand, and my knee. I can't show you that because it's bandaged up. But what I will say is there's kind of confusion about what happened. Now I've got a lot of other footage to look at from my body cam, so I've got to check that first. But it's now I didn't green screen. I hate hospitals. But I've got a load of footage to go through on my body cam, so I'm going to try and I'm going to try and see if I can find better footage. I'm not sure what I captured, so I don't know. I haven't had time to check. I've got a lot of footage to go through, but so I'm not saying that the police van hit me. It may have brushed me. It may not. I'm not going to, I'm not going to say, oh, they ran me over. I know that's kind of how it's um, kind of being said, but I don't know that for a fact. I'd also like to just say I was a little bit angry when we got back up at the hotel, and I did have a go at a couple of the police officers, and it was just out of kind of anger of what had happened. Um, they probably didn't deserve it. It's kind of just the first one you come up when you just want to sort of have a pop at someone, and but some of them was really nice. Now at the start of the protest, the police was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Really polite. I spoke to a couple of them. They was, you know, please, thank you, all the rest of it. Really respectful, and I was respectful back for those. Really, really nice. And when it turned, for reasons I don't know, but the counter protesters was kind of allowed to come down the main street to the hotel. Oh, it looks like I'm in a fucking cave, don't it? I've got a bloody great lake there, look. I think it's been angled wrong. But anyway, so they, I don't know whether they was escorted or what happened. I couldn't see, but the first we sort of see of it was the counter protesters came round the corner, and then obviously the protesters at the hotel could obviously see then what was going on. So everybody sort of tried to head that way then, and it all got a little bit hectic, and then it sort of calmed down, and I thought, oh, everybody's just going to go back to the hotel. But what people was doing was they was cutting through a hedge, going behind the police line, and walking down the road. So I said to one of the police officers on the line, I said, you know, they're all behind you, mate. I said, they're all going through the hedge, and he just went, well, I don't know, I've just been told to stand here. So it was like, I don't know what was wrong with the police communication or whatever, but something looked awry. But like I said, the main thing is I don't know whether the police van actually hit me. They certainly in my personal opinion, they was responsible for me going down, because I just see you can hear it on the other stream. I'm shouting, whoa, 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 because the police van just come stonking through, and it hit. Everybody kind of scattered, and there was one chap sort of still in the road, and I just boom straight into him, just hit him head on in the centre of the bonnet, and oh man, I just shit. I thought, oh no, it's like he's going to go under the van, and I was just thinking the worst, and I sort of half turned, and it was a bit on top, but I can't really kind of recall exactly the sequence, but I caught another van again, high speed. So then I'm in a big panic. I think, fucking hell, like I'm gonna end up under the wheels here. So I don't know. Next thing I know, I can feel myself getting dragged. Chris had got one arm, and another young lad had got my other arm. So I thank very much to him, and they pulled me up onto the grass out of the way. If not, I mean, it's only speculation, but it's certainly, I thought I was going to die. So, yeah. So I'm not going to say they run me over, because, like I say, I have no firm evidence of that. But they was responsible for that. I've never seen. I've never. It just looked and felt like the police was using the vans as weapons. I don't know. Again, it's just pure speculation. I don't want to get myself arrested for some. Although I weren't doing anything wrong, but yeah, whatever. I just see a clip on YouTube from Sky News, and they'd got some chief superintendent or whatever he was, and it annoyed me a little bit, because all he wanted to do, well, not all he wanted to do, but one of his remarks he made was, oh, people travelling in to Epping, blah, 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 and going on, you know, about the protest at the hotel, referring to that. But, oh, fuck, what I was going to say. Fucking hell. So, yeah, he's kind of saying that about the protesters at the hotel, but there was no mention of the counter protesters coming in by train. Now, why not? Okay, there was undoubtedly people there not from Epping. I would say most of them. Most people who wasn't actually from Epping was independent media. So we can bring you, you know, what's I'm doing it toaster.
Because you're not on the bottom
Yeah, I know. Just my old badge up, isn't it? Yeah, so I was a bit dumbfounded, really, that he's saying about people at the hotel that side, or travelling in and whatever. But I don't think there was crowds of people travelled in. I think, I mean, we travelled. Um, it's not a million miles from where we are. But we turned up in solidarity for the residents, the concerned parents, and to thanks Dave. Yeah, I'll live, mate. I suppose. Trouble is, the older you get, the longer it takes to heal. And I don't know if you can see it, but my hands done right in my right hand. I can't clench a fist enough and probably. So I think I've fractured or cracked one of my knuckles. Yeah, that'll be right. It's just I can't hold my bloody. Um, I can't hold my camera set up now, so I'm a bit screwed for a few weeks. Like I say, being the old fart I am, it'll take me ages to heal up, but there you go. I don't care. I'm not bothered about getting it. I ain't bothered about getting injured. Like, it's what it is. I've had worse. It was more. It was more absolute shock at how the drivers of the vans reacted as if they was in just an absolute state of panic. That's kind of how it felt. Like it was just absolutely freaked out and panicked and just whoosh straight through. But I'm gonna go through my body cam because at that time Chris was carrying the main rig and I'd got my Insta 360, just my little body cam. So I got to run through all that footage, see what I can find, and I'll probably put it later. You know. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't know, Ellison. I haven't seen actual coverage, just to be honest with you. But I know they arrested actual coverage. They issued a Section 35 dispersal order. And that's all I knew. When they started. Yeah, well, Steve, yeah. Give it a bit of exercise, mate, yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, they did. I mean, it was strange. Um, I kind of just let it all happen to a point. That I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard for me to get my head around. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life, and that is the truth. And we watch a lot of other people's streams and stuff from other protests, and even protests from Germany, France, Holland, wherever abroad. And I haven't seen anything like that. Not where they. I mean, if that was a child in the road, they would have been finished. And that's the thought of that was. I mean, I was absolutely scared shitless about the fella who got collected on the bonnet, and I really hope he's okay. And just a little bit more on that subject. Everybody, the amount of people, guys, who stopped and was helping me, the best they could in the circumstances, and it was so heartwarming. It kind of almost brought a tear to my eye. Everybody was so empathetic and helpful. I had a young lady give me a bottle of water. I had another young lady was just doing her best to try and help with what little we'd got. We'd got some tissues and bits and pieces, like so it's a bit of a badge up. And we walked a bit further up the road, and two young girls came out from the Tesco's, two Tesco workers, young girls, and obviously a couple of security came with them, and they come out with their first aid kit and bandaged me up properly. So big shout out to the two Tesco ladies. Yeah, brilliant. We did take a group photo when they finished, but I don't know where that will turn up. But yeah, they was proper Florence Nightingales, so big up to them, and also to the Reform Council. I'm not sure if it was the younger Reform councillor with a tash I sort of had a little bit of a dig earlier on, not at him, but you'll see it on the stream where it's Daily Mail and all that crap. But he also come in and done his best. So thank you very much to the gentleman from Reform. So big up to him. I know I had a go about Reform, but it was just in anger. I don't want to divide. I don't want to be divisive in the stream. So yeah. So and the older gentleman, Mr. Regan, he's at Ongar, local councillor. He's a lovely fella. You know, I noticed the lefties have clipped that out. Chris found it, tried to call him a Nazi. I thought, yeah, you're mental, you lot. But yeah. What else can I catch up on? I really just wanted to just pop this stream. I didn't want to be on long, really. I just wanted to come on and really thank everybody. Despite the disturbances, which, in my very humble opinion, deliberate, accidental, inexperienced. I don't know. I can't comment on that. But I think the police need to look at themselves and take quite a bit of responsibility for what happened and how they managed it. It didn't look very good to me, but I don't know what's going on in the background. I did pull an inspector after the van incident. That's on my body cam, so again I'll have to dig that out and put it on there. Now, I was really polite with him, and I suggested he had a word with his drivers and stopped using the vans as weapons, and he just wanted to defend it. He said something about, you know, using reasonable force or something. I said, well, using a van, it's not really reasonable force. And I said, well, okay, leave it at that then. But I don't know exactly what I said, but something along that line. I said I'll just sue Essex Police then for injuries. And he just shrugged. He said, oh, well, we're met. I said, oh, well, that says it all then, you fucking hypocrites. And walked off. But yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers, Ant. Yeah, no, I'll live, mate. I suppose I'll have to, won't I? Yeah. Yeah. Like, so I'm not gonna say it, like, slagging the Reform guys who was there. I mean, fair play to him for turning up, and a big shout out to Adam Brooks. I know he won't be watching this, but he might do. But big shout out to Adam Brooks. He was there, and he did leave, and then he came back and did a little bit more for GB News. So, you know, fair play to him. And let's say fair play to the two Reform councillors. I thought the woman on the Daily Mail incident, where all I wanted to do was just sort of poke the mic in and just, yeah, Daily Express. I just wanted to stick the mic in and just pick up the audio. That's all I wanted to do, rather than, you know, have the fella from Reform do 2 interviews. I thought it was a bit pointless. I might as well just put my mic in. And the Daily Mail was being a just typical MSM, getting all picky about it. I said, just be a bit panicky, mate, and you're being a bit childish. And then this woman sort of piped up and whatever. And I thought she was Daily Express as well. I said, I'll take you Daily Express as well. She said, no, I'm a Reform candidate. So that aggravated me. But just ignore that. It's, you know. Yeah, so what else? So in the end, they issued a Section 35 dispersal I haven't seen Counter Media's stream yet, but I do know they. Well, what I was told was they. Yeah, not too bad, Gordo. I got it. I got it bound up, bandaged up, like so. Hopefully, it should be all right. Hopefully, my legs don't. Bellison, I absolutely, I absolutely love UKIP. I absolutely love Nick Tanconi, 100%. I don't really want to say any too much because I don't want to. I don't know. Who's behind me? That's the newsroom. I'm in the newsroom. Look, this is my big news studio. So you think we're just noobs in a shed? That's a green screen, guys. But it looks good, don't it? Get my news studio. Or I could take the green screen down and you can see Chris sitting in the chair. Oh dear. What, studio? We ain't got any bloody room for a studio. This here what I'm sitting in is actually my sim racing rig. It's a fucking massive sim racing rig. But yeah, we ain't got no room for anything else. But I don't know. Yeah, so Chris ended up with the main camera because it got a bit much for me. My back was killing me. Okay, now man, getting old, isn't it? Too old for it all. I'm knackered now because I can't even hold the bloody gimbals. So, yeah. Sipping tea. Good point, mate. I say that. I didn't see it happen. I see it shortly after. The fella weren't impressed. He'd gone up to the police and they fucking shielded him in the face and knocked up three of his front teeth out. That's straight out. And he got, I don't know what other injury. I think he may have bashed him in the head or something or other, something like that. But they definitely knocked three teeth out because I see him. There's somewhere on the stream, but there's not much of it. Yeah, that was Counter Media sipping tea. Hey?
Not Counter Media.
Who?
Actual coverage.
Actual coverage, sorry. Sorry, guys. Oh, yes, that's Richard Inman. I got Richard Inman on my brain and my stuff. That was, okay, no. Actual coverage. Yeah, actual coverage. Which, he seems like a good lad. I haven't really spoken much to him. Chris knows him better than me. But next time we're out and he's there, well, I'll have a chat with him. But I know they, yeah, thank you, White Tea. Yeah, I ain't too bad, thanks. I don't know why, Gordo. I've got nothing coming up. Is it comments in the stream from last night or in this one? Because I got nothing to say. Yeah, we can see him, mate. Where was I? I don't know. Well, I don't know, Ronnie. Like I said it earlier in the stream, mate. I may have kind of given that impression, but I hope not. But I did try and say on, we can see your chat, Gordo. I did try and make a point that I wasn't sure if the van hit me or not. I don't know because, like I say, I went into no, all your comments are coming through, Gordo. I can see them all, mate. Hello, Alan. That's old farts, mate. We easy get injured, don't we? It is Velson, yeah. Terrible state. But yeah, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the police van hit me. I don't know. I've got to go through my body cam footage and try and get a better idea. I may have just went arse over shit on my own. I'm not saying I didn't. But it was the yeah. Well, that's it, YT. I was actually watching the guy on the bonnet who they just ran into, and man, my head was just, oh my god! I thought they're gonna kill they're gonna kill this bloke. I thought he'd gone under, and I don't know what happened to him. And like I say, I'm sort of all over the place. I've looked around. There's another one coming. I wouldn't say straight at me, but in my direction, kind of thing. So I could have spun and went ass over shit. I'm not saying I didn't. And next thing I knew, Chris and another lad had got hold of me under my arms and dragged me back up onto the grass. So, like I say, I don't really know what was going on. I was in a bit of a daze. I think I may have blacked out for, I don't know, 5 seconds maybe. But Chris did remark. He said, if we hadn't got you out of the way, they could have well, you know, gone over my legs or whatever. So I don't know. I was going to sue Essex Police for the injuries caused, because even if the van didn't hit me, I don't think there was any need for that, and they was kind of the catalyst. But I'm not going to, and I'll tell you why. Because if I sue Essex Police for injuries, basically they ain't bothered, are they? But, you know, and people who are going to pay that are you good people out there out of your tax money. So, so I'm not prepared to do that, because at the end of the day they just shrug it off, and you the taxpayer foot the bill, or we the taxpayers. So I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, Michael. It's I don't know, Vixie, because it wasn't just the one. I'm not sure it was the first or the second van, but one van collected this first fella up, and then it was because I was freaking right. I was going, oh fucking hell, whoa, stop! Like, I fucking kill him. So I'm sort of in a bit of a tailspin with it. Yeah, well, I've got my body cam, Deborah, so I may have some more on there. I'm not sure. I've got to go through it, but there's about 5 hours footage, so I've got to skip through and see what I can find. But yeah, I was more worried about the other fella, because I was in one piece, but I thought, if he's gone under that van, man, he's, you know, I mean, imagine what would have happened if that fella had gone under the van and been seriously injured or worse. I mean, that would just be atrocious. So, yeah. But it was really hard. Really hard. And I did have a go at a couple of police officers when I got back to the hotel. The sort of first ones I come across, you probably heard on stream. I was so angry, and in fairness to them, you kind of take it out on them, but they was just the first ones what I come across, and I was a bit harsh with them, but I was a bit pissed off. That's all right, Alan. We'll be there at Norwich, mate. So we'll see you next week. But yes, it was a very funny evening. It was so peaceful and so friendly. I was sort of mooching about in the crowd and having little chats and saying hello to some some other streamers and bits and pieces. Had a chat with Truth Hurts, AY Audits, Wesley Winters, Niak. Had a quick hello with Adam Brooks. Yeah, so it was all nice. It was great. Like right until they let the counter protesters down the road, round the corner, as if to say, "Aha, you know, look who's here." That's how it felt. Was sort of look who's here, and I just didn't get that at all. What they could have kept him round the corner or back further. I think. I don't think they was very well organised. But I did speak to some other police officers, and you know they can't say much, but you can read the faces. So I started to have a little dig at one, quite a young policeman, and he was just the expression on his face. He was done in. You know, you could see it. He was emotionally unhappy. You could see he was emotionally unhappy, and he was really, really nice to me. Despite sort of my initial thing was to like fire into him, and he'd come back so nice. So look. So I'm sorry about that. I said, you know, respect to you, like, and he was genuinely really nice, and you could see he was just not comfortable being there at all for whatever the reason, and yeah, of course you can't wait to help yourself, mate. Anyone, if you want to clip anything out of our streams, guys, just help yourself. We honestly don't. The only thing we care about is more people get to see what goes on. I ain't here for the money. I ain't here for the fame. As if I'm going to get famous, old twat like me. But I'm not here for the money and shit. So you help yourself. Clip it, whatever you like. Put it, you know, whatever. It's fine by us. We don't get all grapey about stealing my content. We have loads of people take clips, and we don't care. It's just about raising awareness for us. That's all. I don't take any money out of YouTube. Don't do it for the money. I can provide receipts if anyone wants to see them. I've never took a penny out of YouTube, and every penny we've earned is still in there. And my plan is, I don't know. I don't even know when, but when I eventually pull the money out, I'm going to give it to a charity, and I'll publicly do that somehow. I'll come up with something. Alan will probably be able to help me with a suitable charity because Alan is a big part of For the Children movement. So I'm hoping that I can give. I mean, we don't earn a lot into YouTube anyway, but when it builds up, hopefully Alan can suggest a safe and worthwhile charity. When I say safe, I mean like not Oxfam or some scam. Well, let's. What's your chat? Stick your channel name in, Alan. Maybe. We're not the biggest channel in the world. We just do what we do and try what you know. And I'll be honest with you guys. Let me just say, my eyes wasn't opened until last year. Prior to that, I hadn't watched anything on TV for 6 years. Neither. Yeah, no worries, Alan. No worries, mate. Just ping me up on X or whatever. And keep it private, mate. Brompton Hospital. I haven't heard of that, Deborah. But yeah, I wanted to go to a worthwhile charity, and seeing that I mean a lot of our. Oh dear, I'm sorry about that, Deborah. That's pretty sad. But I'm really sorry. It must be terrible. Oh, it's in London, is it? Yeah. I'm hoping to go to a good small um, child safety protection kind of charity. It won't be anytime soon because the monetization's on, but I haven't filled half of the stuff out to actually be able to take the money out. So I can't even get it anyway. So, but I wanted to build up and then give it to a worthwhile children's charity, just a small one. Um, Quite a few of our children um, I don't know, suffering through this, whatever, or being affected. So, and I know, like I say, I know Alan does for the children rallies and stuff. So I'm sure Alan can suggest one, but it won't be anytime soon. But I will do it publicly. Just like I say, we're not on here begging for super chats. We're not on here begging for buy me a coffee. You might see a thing come up, buy me a coffee, but that shouldn't be running. Yeah, so let's say we're not scrounging for any of that, whatever, just whatever. But yeah. So it's not really a lot more I can say, really. So I think the other videos finished processing, so I can upload that to YouTube. That'll be on the video section. That's actually where the live stream was cutting out and going all smeary. This is the recording, so that should be uploaded in 4K. So I do apologise about the smeariness, and we don't know why, other than there was something a little bit iffy going on with some sort of signal blocking or whatever. I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, it's a bit weird because it's smearing but not really buffering, so it's peculiar. And to be on 3 separate networks, to be on 3 separate. Yeah, Parkinson's called. Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. I was just trying to see your comment. Yeah. Well, my father died of motor neurons, so that's quite close to my heart. But like I say, I really want to try and find a small, deserving charity for child protection, child safety, child support, whatever it is. And like I say, I'd rather a smaller one because they're all the ones who get left out in the cold and probably do the best work. So that was my thinking on that. But we'll see. But yeah, I don't know whether that was just a weird spot for cellular data or there was some sort of jamming going on. Thanks, Patricia. And like I say, just a big thank you to anybody who stopped and said hello. And it was honestly, guys, it was truly heartwarming. All of the upset what was going on around. No, Alan, I didn't, mate. I don't know whether Chris can sort that out. Perhaps the Scott URL's disabled. Chris will be back in a sec, mate. Thanks, White Tea. Much appreciated. We might go to Dover tomorrow. Fucking glutton for punishment, but it's a 3-hour drive from where we are, so yeah, so we'll have to see. I sort of spoke to 1 or 2 people, and I was a little bit doubtful whether yeah, Gordo, yeah, that's another. I mean, I love dogs. If you watch the stream, you see me, I can't help it. I'm straight over. Anyone got a dog, I'm straight over and give it a fuss. And I love dogs. Yeah. And yeah, so as soon as I see him anywhere, I'm straight over. Cheers, cheers, Brian. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. And like I say, I'm not on here, but I'm not on here. I really do appreciate it. It's so much appreciated, but I'm not on here for you know what we get, we get. I'm not going to. We're not a money channel, but every penny is brilliant, and I will 100% guarantee.
Made it into the Daily Mail.
Oh,
Yeah.
Daily Mail. Where am I?
There you are.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was that van which was rushing through.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, it's not far, right? Is it? Put it up.
Yeah.
See if you can put it on the camera. See if you can hold it up to the camera. Well, you better see it on there. Let the camera focus. So that's that's me there on the curb, so you can sort of kind of see where the van's heading. But yeah, whatever. Ain't a bloody novice, Alan. Just not fat like me, mate. Yeah, so you can see me lying on the road, but yeah, whatever. That's done. That's dusted. My knee's fine, Alan, because I'll tell you why. Not a good number of years ago, I had a bad smash up on a motorbike and I absolutely destroyed my left leg. I was on traction in hospital for 3 months, and it completely ripped my whole knee off. So, fortunately, should we say, I have very little feeling in that knee, so it don't hurt. So I'm lucky, but my fucking hand, my hand's absolutely done with stupid cameras. Really, I don't see. It's absolutely done. If you compare it to that one. Yes, that's the worst. That's the worst painful bit is my right hand, and then I bashed the muscle on my left hand just below my thumb, so I got left thumb is a little bit sore, but there you go. We're English, hard as nails, ain't we, boys? We ain't gonna let someone like that put us off. Nah, Fixie. Oh dear, I should go to the doctor. I'll be honest with you. There was a gentleman there, and he was absolutely brilliant, and he was insisting that he got me a taxi. So I can get you a taxi. So let me pay for it. He said that to bring, take you to A&E and bring you back. And I was so grateful, but I refused to go into an NH hospital. With all what I keep reading and stuff, I just refuse. But I'll perhaps see if I can get an appointment with my GP and maybe, I don't know, see if I need some antibiotics or something. But we'll see. But yeah. So hopefully we're going to try and make it to Dover tomorrow. Or maybe stay loose. I feel like it half the time, bro. I spoke to quite a few people, and it was kind of mixed reaction, really, as to whether people was gonna go or not. So I'm a little bit undecided, but I will say there's another protest, I believe, in Epping on Friday, on Sunday evening, but we won't go to that. Hopefully that'll just be. Cheers, Lucius. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I see, Paul. Yeah, great, innit? Fucking hell, man. That's all I need. I ain't looking for fame. I like to keep my head down and keep out of the way. There you go. Uh, like I said, I hope too many people ain't getting the wrong idea that I'm accusing the police of running me over or whatever, because I can't say that for sure, and I have no definite footage that the van even actually clipped me. It may done, may not done. I cannot honestly say. If I find on my body cam, if I find better footage, I'll put it up, and so we can settle that one. But it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't hit me. I was in such a state of panic. Um, I could have just went ass over shit, which is quite likely. But I was literally absolutely shitting myself. Thank you, Grandad Old too. There was no need for that, man. But it's you're an absolute legend. You're an absolute legend. And I hope you heard us earlier. That's not, we're not taking money out. That will go to charity. And you're all quite welcome to hold me to that, and I will provide receipts. So I'm not interested in the money from YouTube. Not for myself. I I really only do this for just get trying to get stuff out there. I try not to get involved in the actual protest, and try not to. Yeah, well, there's there's that many I got to look at, Ninja. AY's got some, because he come over and AY come over and had a word. He said, "I got the reg plate." He said, "If you need it," so I've got to check AY's out. I can't remember who else now. A couple of other streamers probably got different angles, because there's quite a few down there. So yeah, but I'm just gonna let it go. It happened. It's done, and I don't want to feel like I'm trying to promote any animosity towards the police. We've all got opinions, and I think some of them are stuck in between a rock and a hard place. I think some of them get off on it. I think some of them are on a power trip and get off on it. That's purely my opinion, of course. But yeah, but they're not all they're not all rogue like that. So I'll let it go. Yeah, cheers, Matt. Yeah, yeah. There's a big chunk of my kneecap got, well, not my kneecap, but like the flesh over the top. There's a big chunk got sort of tore off. I did get Chris to take a photo of it last night, because I was planning to sue Essex Police, but I'm just not going to, because ultimately they're not paying nothing now. It's you people are paying it, taxes. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just let it go, unless they come and arrest me. Yeah, so we made it, Dover. There's one at Epping. Cheers, Robin. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. You're a legend, mate. Next week we will definitely be at Norwich on the 26th, and I'm 100% sure. I'm sure Alan will quickly correct me, but Alan will be there with for the children group to support that in Norwich. So we will be there, because that's relatively local. Yeah, Ninja. Yeah. Well, if you've seen it, mate, that's fair play. Like I say, it was kind of sort of the few minutes afterwards, I may well have been sort of saying or giving the impression that the police had hit me with a van, whatever. But once I'd settled down after a minute or two, I don't know. It may have brushed me, it may have been nowhere near me, it may have been just my state of panic and sent myself ass over tit. It's quite possible. I'm a bit of a muppet, so. Yeah, that's fair enough, Ronnie. I know that's I hope that just explained it for you, mate. Like I say, I may have given that impression initially, but I did try and clear it up um, on other people's streams, and I did say it. So, and like I said a few times, guys, I was absolutely terrified for the fella who got, straight into it, and he was up on the bonnet, so. It's an absolute miracle he didn't go under the van. I don't know how he got. I couldn't even say how he got off of it, and I kept trying to find the fella, and I couldn't. So I don't know. I don't know. But I think I think personally you've got Essex Police, you've got the Met, then they brought in City of London, and maybe some Hertfordshire even. I'm not sure, or whether they are Epping or whatever. I don't know. But there seem to be like 2, 3, 4 different forces. I don't know whether they was just not communicating well, or whatever. But it's a shame to see the I wouldn't say violence, because I don't. I mean, it was violence against police vans. I'm not condoning that at all, and I don't know. What do you say? I don't condone it, but I don't condone how it was all. Yeah, he did, Deborah. Yeah, AY come straight over and told me, so I got the plate. So, but I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to bother with him. Yeah, we see it, Ninja. We was watching the Ballymena, and again, mob-handed police, and it's like I get so aggressive with concerned citizens to the point it kicks off. I don't get it really. But there we go. I'm absolutely knackered. I didn't get bed till four this morning. Chris put an X space on Censored Patriots. Stuck that on in the car on the way home, so I was listening to an X space. Got home and could just carry on listening to it. Everybody's talking about it, so we had to listen. Bloody 4 a.m. No, I didn't, Robin. It was. I mean, the way they. Oh wow, the way they. Some of the young lads had just chucked them bits of plastic stuff and that up there, but how they went through there like that. It was. I think it was just a state of panic, or something. It just seemed like the van drivers were just freaked out and panicked. Again, I don't know. I don't know what was going through their heads. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thanks for dropping in, and big love out. Oh, I got to say, big shout out to my mate Ken. Oh, Ken, he's a funny old boy. He's from Epping, so yeah, I was chilling about with Ken. He's about my age, so we dropped Ken off at home on the way. Yeah, he's lovely bloke. So shout out to you, Ken, if he remembers the channel and comes on. But hopefully he does. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I just wanted to make just a quick stream, really, just to let you know that a clean video is going up from where it all went manky and smeary. So that'll be up soon. And then I got to pick through this body cam footage and see if, see what I've got on there, because I ain't got a clue. So, thank you very much for dropping in, guys. Big love to you all. God bless you all. Keep yourself safe. If you go to Dover, if you go to Epping Sunday, whatever, please keep yourself safe. And yeah, just keep yourself safe. Don't get yourself arrested and all that shit. Don't give them the satisfaction. But yeah, love you guys. Thank you so much. You're an awesome bunch. And I'll catch you soon if I can find out how to get out of the stream. I've done a stream from here ages. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Yep, leave it at that. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye. Enjoy yourself over the weekend. Don't get in trouble. And we'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.